Welcome to Kidmissing TV. Okay, this is the first of 2 transgender cases that we're featuring this month. I thought it was important, and let me tell you why before we get to the case. Because my lifelong best friend had a younger sister. That sister is now her younger brother and is transgender. And I don't think anybody should be hurt, killed, harassed for that, or for anything, really. I despise bullying. I've been through it too much in my life, and it sucks. So the 2 videos that I have that are both Does, which is this one, and then we have one, the last one of the month. Not both Does, I'm sorry, both transgender. This one and the last one of the month are both transgender, and I want to dedicate those to not only my friend's brother, but also another family member who's male to female transgender. So this is for you, Nick and Paulina. I just think it's important. Both of these cases are for you, Nick and Paulina. On September 25th, 1988, she was found 30 feet off the side of County Road 474 in Claremont, Florida. She had been dead for 2 to 4 weeks. Holy smell, that man. They call her Julie Doe. She was wearing an acid-washed blue denim skirt with a 26.5-inch waist. My God, she was tiny. Brand name Manisha, and a green-blue tank top. The victim is white, biologically male, age 24 to 33, 5'9" to 5'11". She was murdered. Now, she was mummified, and she was believed to be female until the DNA came back with an XY chromosome, and that went. She had long hair, she had beautifully manicured nails, everything that would be female. She had breast implants. So she had obviously had upper surgery. I don't know about the lower portion of the body because I don't know about decomp and what mummification might do to the genitalia. I'm sorry. But I'm not sorry at the same time, if that makes sense. It's an honest, it's not gross, it's not disrespectful, it's an honest, I am not sure what things look like mummified. They don't show those parts out of respect for the dead even when they're 3,000 years old. They just don't, So, could this person have been murdered because someone picked her up and she hadn't had bottom surgery yet, so it was discovered that she was biologically he? What they want to find, and they are doing, it took 4 times to get it to work, they are doing genetic genealogy on her. What they want to find is her female name, not what they call their dead name. I'll give you an example. My friend's brother goes by Nicholas, or Nick. His dead name is Kimberly. What that means is it's the name you no longer use. You've legally changed your name, or at least you go by a different name, I believe. In his case, it's legally changed. And the other name, the name of your original gender that you got from your original gender, is your dead name. That's what they call it. And they don't want that. I mean, they're going to find that. But this case started a new, through the DNA Doe Project, it started a new arm called the Trans Doe. Let me get this straight. I want to make sure that I get this perfectly straight. The Trans Doe Task Force to advocate for unidentified victims who were transgender or gender nonconforming. So, Julie was 22 to 35. Now you'll notice in my poster, oh, not for Julie. My poster for Julie is Kyle Kopelman's picture. Thank you to, oh, my brain is dying here. I can't remember her name. Georgia, for the added bit of information that there was a scar on the neck, as if maybe it was Adam's apple surgery. We know top surgery was completed. There may have been other, it looked like there were other facial surgeries, maybe a nose job. So, but if you knew her, and you knew the name that she preferred, please contact authorities. She had been dragged to the area off the roadway, not far from the border between two counties, Lake and Polk. Her pantyhose had been partially removed, suggesting a possible sexual assault. Or could an act have started and the person, like I said, found out that under the skirt the person wasn't female and went ballistic, killed her, which is so wrong. So yes, the Trans Doe Task Force is so important, and I'm so glad that they decided to do that. Sorry, I'm looking for the phone number. Yeah, don't we all wish we had a 26.5-inch waist? Sheesh. Anyway, I just saw the phone number. Oh, right here. Any information on this case could be helpful, as in all cases. If you hung around with a transgender person who all of a sudden vanished because they believe she was from the South Florida area where she was found, and this person might look like, and I do recommend that you look at Kyle Kopelman's picture. That's why I included it on the poster, because I think his pictures are the best. They're the most accurate, in my opinion. You can call the cold case team at 352-343-9529. or Crime Line and remain anonymous at 1-800-423-TIPS. That's 1-800-423-8477. May she get her correct name back. Thank you for joining me for this very special episode. And like I said, I have one more this month. I know either this month or last month was Trans Awareness Month. So another reason why it was important to me to do this. You know, not everybody agrees with that. Because they say God doesn't make mistakes. No, he doesn't. People do. We look at someone, you know, a baby is born, we look between their legs and say what they are. That doesn't mean that's what they are inside their bodies. They may not be. There are a lot of people who, and more people than we know, because a lot of people never found out. But there are people who, for one reason or another, do find out that, oh my gosh, I've been living my entire life as this and I'm really this. There is a lady on YouTube, a very young lady, who found out as a 16-year-old girl, because she hadn't had her period yet, and she hadn't, you know, grown a chest or anything. So they did an ultrasound. Well, there was no uterus. There were no ovaries. There was a tumor, which is common, by the way, if you have testicles on the inside. And that's what she had. She was a he. Well, mixed gender, really. Because on the outside, a she. On the inside, partly a he. And she has an XY chromosome. And probably a lot of people who end up transgender had that problem. That they actually had the opposite chromosome, and nobody tests you for that. I think we could save a lot of heartache if when babies are born, we just take a blood test and see whether they're an XX or an XY and not assume that because it appears that you have a vagina, that you're a female, and it appears that you have a penis, that you're a male. There was a patient that my mother actually had was a male. He was about the age of 22, and he came to the hospital because he was bleeding from his male genitalia. So him and his parents thought, oh my God, cancer, you know. Well, they did some scans. He was having his period. Yeah. He was she. So it does happen. So I think some of the transgender people probably were that gender from birth. They just didn't know it. Not all of them. Obviously, this person wasn't. Because this person had the XY chromosome. But there might have been another reason. Maybe a lot of extra estrogen. Naturally, you know. But just my opinions. But thank you for joining me. God bless you. Have a wonderful rest of your day. And I will see you next time here on Kidmissing TV. Please subscribe. Please subscribe over at the other channel. It would be very much appreciated. The goal here is 500 by Valentine's Day, and over there it's 100 by Christmas. Hi guys. Mwah.